Hey, what's up everyone? It's Queenly Vibes here. So I am back with another video. I hope everyone is doing well and that the week is going great thus far. So, before I jump into the video, of course, I want to just jump into all of the YouTube stuff, Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. Like this video, share the video, and leave comments, make sure that everything is friendly, all of that good stuff. I think that's it. Yeah, so let's just jump into the video. I'm going to be talking about the beautiful Black Queen Suzanne Douglas. And I was grieving a little bit earlier when I heard the news of her passing. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about what she meant to me as far as in the movie industry, because I am a huge movie buff. And as far as I'm concerned, she was definitely a legend, and how she just inspired me. I didn't know her personally, but we're going to get into the discussion and everything. So as I'm talking and everything, I'm going to be eating some of my my mango chunks. I hope you guys can see this. Yes, it was $5, down at Publix or what have you. So I'm going to be eating some of the mango chunks here and, just chatting about Miss Suzanne Douglas. I'm just, excuse me, as far as in the movie industry, actors and actresses that I really have enjoyed, when they pass on and different things like that, I'm just going to, pay homage to them and everything, and just talk about what they meant to me as far as memories and different things like that, because this woman has been around, since like the early 80s, from when I first, started watching her and everything. Actually, when I first really truly started watching her was like in the 90s and different things like that, but she is a legend. Anyhow, so let's jump into it. Miss Suzanne Douglas. I saw it earlier in an article, and first of all, she was young, only 64, that's young and everything. And, just absolutely stunning woman, flawlessly beautiful and everything. And instantly, of course, I just started thinking about this show that she was on that, that was really popular, The Parenthood. So it took me back there, to memories as far as watching The Parenthood, with her being, the mother and the wife to, the kids were Zaria and Michael, and then the two little cute ones, I forget their names or what have you. And then she portrayed the wife to Robert Townsend, which is another one. He's a legend as far as I'm concerned as well. I love Robert Townsend. So this was a good mashup for them, for the show, The Parenthood. It kind of gave us a little bit of the Cosby Show with, with the 90s edge and vibe to it. It was a little different, but it kind of gave us that same wholesome vibe as the Cosby Show, And again, it doesn't matter, what Bill Cosby did, he should be, punished for that. He's out of prison now, but it still has nothing to do with his show. The show was good. The morals and the values behind the show was good, and I will always watch the Cosby Show. I learned a lot from the Cosby Show. Anyhow, this is not about Bill Cosby, because if he did what he did, of course he should paid the punishment for it. It seems like he has. Anyhow, I'm not getting into all of that. I'm going off a little bit here. So anyhow, let's jump into, I'm going to do a little bit of the backstory about Suzanne Douglas. Okay, so it says Suzanne Douglas, she was born April 12th, 1957, and she passed on July 6, 2021. She was an American actress. She was a native of Chicago, Illinois. Let's see here. Best known for her role as Jerry Peterson on the WB sitcom The Parenthood, starring Robert Townsend, which ran from 1995 to 1999. Great show. She did other movies, of course. She did the 1989 movie Tap with Gregory Hines and Sammy Davis Jr., legends. Let's see, she's received NAACP Image Awards for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture. Let's see, How Stella Got Her Groove Back. It just, it brought up a lot of different memories because, I forgot about her role in How Stella Got Her Groove because it's been a minute since I've seen that movie. And she was excellent in that. And for me, one of her most memorable movies was Jason's Lyric, which was in, 1994. Phenomenal movie. Everyone in the movie was awesome, even Tredge. This was a great movie. So, this woman, her talent, she was just flawless in every way as far as, what the eye can see. It's just so much that I can say about Suzanne Douglas. But that role that she portrayed in Jason's Lyric as the mother, she was abused by Forrest Whitaker, another great legend. And, I started thinking about all of the, like I said, the black actors and actresses that I feel that are legends. They're like the kings and queens that need to be celebrated. So I just really pray that she was given her flowers, while she was here, because it's so easy for us to, say how much we love a person, when they're no longer here. And, in our case, for so many people like myself who were just her supporters, or, we admired her work and different things like that, we weren't able to, just let her know how much we appreciated her and what she did for movies and film. But I really prayed that the people that were close to her just let her know how much they loved her and appreciated her talents, her gifts, and, and everything. Let's see. I definitely remember her role in The Inkwell. Let's see, what else? She did some work as far as Disney for ABC, and the list goes on. Oh, another fascinating role was she played Sissy Houston in the movie Whitney. She played Sissy Houston. And when I saw the movie Whitney, and then she popped up, I was like, Suzanne Douglas, because I just love her. And it's like, I just always wanted to see more of her and everything. So when she was Sissy Houston, I was just like, okay, that's my girl. That's a third mama, in my head, so it was so good to see that. And what else? She did the Netflix film, When They See Us, which I haven't seen that yet, which I will get around to it. But, sometimes when these movies are based on racism and different things, and, these black young men are mistreated, I have to gather myself before I watch them and everything. Hang on. Anyhow, so like I said, let's take a bite of the mango chunk here. These are really good too. I love mangoes. I love different types of fruit, mangoes, kiwi, all of that good stuff. But of course, it has a little bit of tang, to it. But these are really good. So, if any of you know anything about Suzanne Douglas, leave a comment and just share, which movie that she was in that was one of your favorites, and let's just have a, conversation about that or what have you. And she's done a lot of, and she also was a singer and everything. I think she was like a jazz singer, what have you. Anyhow, phenomenal woman. Another thing that I admired about her, I'm just reading here, I think she did have a role on she was on the Parkers. It's saying here that she did some work on the Cosby Show and everything. So, yeah. Hang on. When I first saw Suzanne Douglas, and I actually saw her when the movie Tap came out. Let me find out what year the movie Tap came out. Okay, 1989. So 1989, I was probably all over the place. I was a teenager. I remember the previews for the movie Tap, with her and Gregory Hines and everything. And I think the guy, Savion, I believe that's his name. He was a young kid at the time that was a tap dancer, and then he grew up and became like really, really popular and all of that. So I just remember seeing her, and I was just like, wow, she is just so beautiful, and she just looks so, just so classy and elegant. And I just love that about, some of the legends in Hollywood that, are my people, who carried themselves with such class and dignity and everything. I just really honor that, and I just love seeing her, like when, you look at her style on The Parenthood and, different movies, she always kept her natural look. I think every once in a while she might have worn like a wig piece or what have you for a role or what have you. She might have changed it up, later on in life. But she always kept this natural, like her natural hair. And I'm just inspired by a lot of different, legends that I see that wear their hair natural and everything. I like to switch up my style and look. Mostly when I come on here to do videos, I'm more relaxed. I'm at home, and I'll wear, my natural hair or what have you, which I think is beautiful and all of that, But I do like to switch it up. I like to wear protective styles and everything, as long as it's not damaging to my hair. I might do story time about all of the crazy hairstyles that I've had and the reason why I'm natural today, and it's just healthier and or what have you. But back to Suzanne, when I would see her, she would always have like locks and different things. Like she had locks before it was popular to be the black girl, wearing locks and considered beautiful or what have you, because, like the early 90s or what have you, everyone, all of the black girls, we wanted to wear weave down to here or some sort of weave style, or, or wearing hair relaxers and everything. But Suzanne Douglas, she just kept this gorgeous look with the locks, and she would just do, like, of course, like her makeup and her beautiful skin and all of that. And then when she would speak, she was just always so elegant and articulate and everything. And I just found her fascinating, so I just loved her. And again, like I said, my favorite role for her was the role that she portrayed in Jason's Lyric. And I may just go back and watch that movie, because it brought up a lot of earlier movies that I loved and everything. So Jason's Lyric was one of them. And when I think of her, sometimes I think about Angela Bassett a little bit, even though I think they're a little similar, but yet they're definitely different. You know what I mean? And I don't know. This is no, this isn't a jab at Angela Bassett and everything. She's fabulous. But it's just, I don't know. To me, Suzanne was just a little bit more, I don't know. I don't know. It was just something about her that was a little bit more regal and just classy and sophisticated. And again, I'm not saying Angela isn't, and I love Angela and all of that. But for me, it was just something just so special about Miss Suzanne Douglas. That's just for me. That's just what I'm saying. No jabs at Angela at all. So, and I started thinking about actors like Chadwick Boseman, who's passed on and everything. And for me, he carried that same elegance and just excellence about him. And his talent was just out of this world and everything. It just seemed like he was really ahead of his, of his time and everything. He just gave me kind of like that old Hollywood, which I'm obsessed with old Hollywood, but definitely old Black Hollywood, you know what I mean? Because again, my people haven't been celebrated enough, as far as certain things and talents and, what have you. And, this is not who's better or what have you. I just have to love and celebrate my own, as well. I love all people though, but it just does my heart good. I can think about my childhood and think back to, because like I said, I've always wanted to be an actress. I've always wanted to be an actress. So seeing certain people on film, it just made me believe that I can do that, And I wasn't put in a position or what have you to go out and pursue acting. It's never too late. I'm still here or what have you. But looking at these men and women who have paved the way and everything, it just really made me believe that I can do it as well, And she was one of the people that I, looked up to, and, or like Felicia Rashad, Debbie Allen. I mean, the list goes on. The list goes on of these beautiful, classy ladies that paved the way for so many of the actresses that we see today, And I just really pray for them to be, celebrated, and everything, and that they're given their flowers so that when situations like this happen, you know, then people come around and they want to just say how much they love the person. But, for those who had the opportunity to let them know that they loved them and, what have you, did they do it? Did they give them their flowers? And that's just very important, whether you're rich, famous, or whoever you are. And it made me start thinking that way all over again, which I'm very conscious of, making sure that people have their flowers, making sure, that I let my family know that I love them, making sure that I stay forgiving, in my heart, not holding grudges, all these different things we think about when someone passes on. Well, for me, and I'm pretty sure so many of you, it makes me look at myself. It makes me look at my life to say that, am I doing what I truly am passionate about? Am I making a difference? I don't know. I just start thinking about all those different types of things, because again, when you're gone, no one, that person won't know what you're saying, whether it's good or bad. You know what I mean? And I try to be as honest as I can with, in dealing with people. You know what I mean? I try to be, I pray every day that the Lord give me wisdom and compassion for others and to be a blessing to others. And, and not to put out hate, even though in the world that we're living in today, we know that there's people that hate Black people. There's a lot of different things going on. So, I feel like for us as people of color, we can't return hate with hate. You know what I mean? We just, we have to keep pressing forward and not let anything, stop us from our dreams, our goals, all of this, sort of stuff. And we can look at, again, like I said, these legends who have paved the way for so many others. I'm talking about, Hollywood, but you can look at that in any way, in any way in your life, right? So, I mean, excuse me. I actually shedded tears earlier. You would have thought that she was my aunt or someone or someone like that, because again, when you're able to touch someone's life just by you playing a role, that's pretty deep. That's pretty awesome. So it's like, if I was an actress, I would definitely want to take on roles where I can make a difference. You know what I mean? And I know being an actress, you have to be versatile and all of that sort of stuff. But, just like she was in the role she portrayed Sissy Houston. She was a little tough, or what have you. She was firm, she was strong. But yet it still was like, wow, she gave this excellent performance. You know what I mean? It was still touching. And not to mention Yaya. Oh my Lord. Like I really personally think, what's her name? I know it's Yaya. I think it's DaCosta, Yaya DaCosta. She was clearly the best Whitney. And I don't understand why they continue to make all these Whitney movies. And first off, let me switch gears, because I have to say this. I was a bit annoyed that Whitney had to have a Lifetime movie. I love Lifetime movies. Don't get me wrong. I love Lifetime period, the network, and all of that. However, I really wanted to see a Whitney movie on the big screen. I don't know. I just feel like she was a legend. Be that as it may, the issues that she had and all of that. We can't forget, she turned it out in the 80s when she first, came out. It was Whitney, the gowns, the hair, all of that, her voice. Like, I just really feel that she should have been given, like, the big screen movie. You know what I mean? And even for, like, Michael Jackson. Some may agree, some may disagree, but it's just my opinion. I feel that his movie should have went to the big screen. I know he had the movie This Is It, but I'm talking about, like, as far as his life. He has there's a couple of Lifetime movies about his life and stuff like that, which some of the movies weren't that bad. The best one was the best one for me was the American Dream. The Jackson Family, the American Dream. That was bomb. I loved it. Angela Bassett was the mother or what have you. Excellent job. Angela Bassett is, like I said, she's fabulous, phenomenal actress or what have you. And she's played some legendary roles, The American Dream, that it was phenomenal. Jason Weaver, was phenomenal. And I think he really did have that that voice when he was younger and everything. Joe Jackson, Lawrence, I think his name is Lawrence, I believe. I mean, he's a legend, all the way back from Cooley High. That's like one of my favorite movies ever. Cooley High, Glenn Turman, and all of that. Just all of these legends. And Glenn Turman was, no, he wasn't. Let me get it together. I think he was, I don't think he was the husband for Suzanne Douglas in The Inkwell. I think he was her sister's husband or something like that or what have you. But he's a living legend. I love Glenn Turman and everything. Yeah, but Whitney. Let's get back to that, and then I'll jump back into to Suzanne. Yaya was absolutely phenomenal as Whitney. Clearly, for me, she was the best Whitney Houston. I mean, the girl had the look. She had the gestures. It just literally seemed like we were watching Whitney. You know what I mean? And then it was just awesome. Suzanne playing the mother, very believable. Just all of that. Even the guy that they had to play Bobby, I absolutely loved it and everything. Just awesome. And then I'm like, okay. I know the other girl from The House of Pain. I think her name is Demetria, or something like that. She did a portrayal for Whitney, and then there's another actress that did Whitney. But out of all of them, for me, for Queen here, Yaya, hands down, was the best. Now, Demetria, I think she kind of had the voice a little bit, this is the thing. They all kind of gave a little something. Even the other actress, I believe her name is Gabrielle Dennis, who did the BET. She did Whitney for, I think it was the Bobby Brown story, and she really wasn't bad. She wasn't bad. That iconic scene where they were in the store or something like that, and I forget what kind of store it was, and they were doing the Cabbage Patch and all that. That went crazy. I'm just like, oh my God, what? Oh my Jesus. I thought that was awesome or what have you. She wasn't too bad. But like I said, overall for me, Yaya was the best. So anyhow, it's just kind of sad to see these legends, passing on. And I was just thinking about that. Even like from a lot of my childhood, as far as the music that I love, which I was glued in front of MTV. So I really loved all genres of music. A lot of them have passed on. Of course, huge Michael Jackson fan, huge Prince fan, Madonna, Whitney Houston, George Michaels. You know what I mean? So a lot of them have passed on. Of course, Madonna's here and all of that, but so many of them have passed on. So it's just really sad, and it's something that we all have to do one day, So I just really pray that, it's just best to live life to the fullest. Know that there is a God that is real. Live your life for the Lord. This is just what I'm saying, or what have you, because there is a God and He is real. And serve Him while you yet have life, and let Him guide you to whatever your purpose is in life. And honestly, I feel like when you live that way, you have no regrets. I feel that you will have no regrets, and that your life will be fulfilled. Focus on your gifts and your talents and how you can be a blessing to others, as I always like to mention, and just live out your life. Live it with no regrets, loving. Take the time out to show people love. We're in a time like never before that we need to show love, to others. And always have a forgiving heart, because anything can happen, and you don't want to hold grudges against your friends, your loved ones, whoever. Because again, you don't want something to happen to that person and they pass on, and you could have said, I'm sorry, or you could have just had a conversation with that person. Anything could happen. Anyhow, I'm going to wrap this up, but I just had to come on and pay homage to the beautiful Suzanne Douglas. I was just really nostalgic pretty much all day. But, she, like I said, she inspired me. And, she was a testament to that, you can live out your dreams to the fullest. And she lived it out, all the way to the end. So my condolences to her family and, close friends, people that actually knew her. May God bless you all. My condolences, and God bless you, the late, great, beautiful Suzanne Douglas. God bless. Spread love.